I'm Anthony Tran, an associate with Skanska Commercial Development. I served as an infantry officer in the United States Marine Corps. The best advice that I ever received in the Marines and at Skanska was to always start with why. Defining the purpose behind any task enables creative problem solving and instills a sense of responsibility in our high-performing project teams. Happy Veterans Day.
I'm Carlos Alvarez, Environmental Health and Safety Director for Skanska Commercial Development. I served in the U.S. Army and Texas Army National Guard, in the Armor Corps, and reached the rank of Staff Sergeant E6. As an NCO, or non-commissioned officer in the Army, I follow the NCO Creed. And in the Creed it states, competence is my watchword. My two basic responsibilities will always be uppermost in my mind: accomplishment of the mission and the welfare of my soldiers. In construction, I consider the projects that we manage and build the mission, and the men and women building these projects. Those are my soldiers. And their physical and mental health, as well as safety, is always uppermost in my mind.
Hi everyone, Rusty Martino. I'm Executive Vice President for Skanska Commercial Development here in Boston. I'm also an Army vet. I was an air cavalryman for 8 years or so in the Army, and one of the things I'd like to talk about is the translatable skill of leadership, or the translatable idea of leadership that I've brought with me from the Army, which is pretty simple, which is always remember that if you're lucky enough to be in a position of leadership, you work for the people that are on your team, not necessarily vice versa. Yes, vice versa, but not really. If you are in a leadership position, lucky enough to be there, you are always the one that is working for your team. And if you remember that in the conduct of your job, I think it usually yields the best results. Take care.
Hey there, this is Mike Mueller. I work with Skanska USA Building down in Orlando, Florida. And prior to joining Skanska, I had the honor of serving as an officer in the U.S. Army. I served as a tank platoon leader and scout platoon leader in both Iraq and Afghanistan. And throughout that period of time, it was impressed on me just how important it is in any organization. We take our responsibility for training our junior leaders. And with that, I mean giving them the education to be successful, giving them the tools and techniques to be successful, and then giving them the empowerment of going out and making their own decisions, and then being there to review the effects of those decisions with them afterwards to help shape them and their decision making as they grow within an organization. And I think when you're growing your leaders from within, that's the most critical thing that you can do and really focus on. So with that, I appreciate the support. Happy Veterans Day. Go Army.
Hi there. My name is Boris Kiprovsky. I'm Environmental Health and Safety Director with Skanska. I served almost 5 years in Macedonian Army. One of the best advice I have received during my military service and currently at Skanska is to be adaptable and capable of adjusting to fast-paced, changing conditions. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Daniel Dalton, and I work for Skanska as an EHS coordinator. I'd like to take a minute to talk about my military service. I served in the Marine Corps from 2000 to 2004 as an artillery crew member, or cannoneer. I can sum up all my leadership skills from the military, my pursuit of a job in construction after the military, and the best advice I ever received in the Marine Corps motto, Semper Fidelis, or always faithful. Semper Fidelis to me means being ever faithful to my faith, my family, my career, and to give them all my very best.
To all veterans, thank you for your service, and happy Veterans Day.